You see, your cybersecurity journey begins with security about yourself and your system. If you know how to secure your own self and you know how to secure your system or your phone, you have known little about cybersecurity. And one of the ways you can master how to secure your system or your phone is to know how to secure your file and folders. Now, all those files you have on your phone, starting from photo, video, and all those texts that you have on your phone, they have three permissions. They have three permissions. The first permission is to read, and that's why you can view them, you can read through them. That is read. The second one is write, meaning that you can modify them, you can change it, you can delete it if you like, right? That's the second permission. The third permission is execute. Some of the file, like some application file, you can execute them, you can install. All those your app, they are in form of file, their stuff is in form of file. So you can run them on your system and it will run, it will start working fine. So those are the three major permissions. So if you can control these three major permissions on the file, forget, at least you are 50% secured. Now let's move on to different types of file and their risk. The first file that we have on the list is data file. Now you see data file, these are the file that always end with .txt. You can have password.txt. Maybe you now have security.pdf, or you have customer.sml. All these ones, they contain sensitive data. They are the file that hackers love. In fact, hackers love them. That is hackers' targets. The moment hackers hack into a system, the first file they look for, they are this file, they are data file. File that contain data, maybe people details, people information. That is their target. So what they want to do on this file is they want to read it, they want to write, and they want to use it to execute some process or some things, maybe in your organization. So that is what they want to do. So you now, as a cybersecurity expert, you need to what? Your defense, your number one defense to all your files is what? It's encryption. You need to encrypt it. You can use BitLocker to encrypt all your files so that only you will have access to it. You can password your file, your videos. Some of you have some bad videos on your phone, on your system, but anybody can access it. So you need to what? You need to have encrypt it so that nobody else will have access to that particular sensitive thing you have on your phone. So that is first defense. Now the number two types of file that we have that is also risky is what we call executable file. This executable file, they are the file that always end with .exe or .bat. You see all these file, anytime you see all these file, maybe somebody send it to you, don't click on it. It is very, very dangerous. These are the files that hackers use to run scripts on your phone or on your laptop. So once you click on this file, they will run scripts on your phone or on your laptop. So those ones, we call them executable file. So your defense against this one is for you not to click. Don't go there. Don't click it at all. Just leave it. They look at. That is number two. Number three is what we call fileless malware. Sometimes hackers will not use file. They will not send file to you. They will run, once they get access to your system, they will run some scripts on your PowerShell and they will overtake all your system. So that's when they use phishing and all those things. So now, as a cybersecurity beginner, what are the security that you must put on every file? Number one is access control. Access control means you are going to decide who can have access to the file, just like your phone now. Not everybody can quickly take your phone and start operating and start looking at everything. Abi, that is the first access control you put. You put password, Abi, good. So all those files that are sensitive on your phone or on your system, the first thing is to put what? Access control. And you do that by putting what? The principle of least privilege. So meaning that Even if you give somebody password to open your phone or your system, they cannot run through all the file, all the folder, all your gallery. They cannot run through it. Once they enter your phone and they want to open gallery or they want to open your WhatsApp, when you are not there, they cannot have access to it. So that is number one. That's what we call access control. That's principle of least privilege. Number two is data encryption. Now, those files in your computer system or your phone that contain sensitive, maybe sensitive video, sensitive photos, sensitive text documents, you are going to encrypt them. You can use 5 words or use BitLogger to encrypt, to log them, so that anybody that want to open them, they will need your permission. You need to enter a code before you can open it. So that is number 2. Number 3 is you are going to use file integrity monitoring. So this one, use it in organization, meaning that you are going to use some tools to monitor that particular sensitive file. So this one, they mostly do it in what? In organization. So something that will monitor that file, that will monitor the integrity. That, okay, for example, now you give somebody money. Let me use simple layman. You give somebody money now. Now what you now do is that before you give the person money, you now write something on it. Maybe you write Naira 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top, and the person did not know. You now give that person that money. By the time you give that person that money to drop it somewhere, maybe later you now get to that place where you ask the person to drop the money. You now check the money. You now notice that that code you write there is not there. That's what we call file integrity monitor. Meaning that the way you give the person, that is where you should what? Should meet it. It must not change. Once it changes, something has happened. So that's file integrity monitoring. That is number 3. Now, number 14 that you must do as a cybersecurity beginner is auditing. Auditing and monitoring. This is where you are going to use SIEM or EDR to monitor who access the file, how the file is moving. That's how they monitor all the money that you are transferring from one bank to another. They are monitoring it. As it is moving, they are monitoring it. They are logging it. The time when you make that transaction has been stamped already. And all those things, they have it. And all those things, they are what they give you as what? As payment history. So that is it. So that is auditing. So that is number 4. Now the last one is hidden files. So this is when you are going to pen test and check for hidden files. So this one is always done by the forensic analyst. Maybe when they are investigating a crime scene, they are going to test a file. Maybe they check those people's laptop, they now saw some files. So some file, inside some file, they can keep anything inside. So as a forensic, you take it, you use a sieve tool to what? To extract the file. That's what we call hidden file. So all those cybersecurity experts have their own role to play in when it comes to file. Everybody have their own part to play when it comes to file in an organization. So that's just the way it is.